Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about 3 altcoins to not ignore right now, this year. I personally believe that these are going to be 3 major winners. We might have a short-term opportunity to buy them a lot lower, so we definitely need to be vigilant and focused on that. But I do feel as though these 3 are major opportunities in the space, and I will be addressing why. Now, currently speaking, at the time that I'm recording this, Bitcoin is over $47,000, Ethereum is over $2,600. The overall market currently is extremely bullish, especially with what just recently happened yesterday with the ETF approvals. It's definitely a little bit of an interesting time in the overall market, but currently speaking, there is great opportunities out there in terms of the altcoin market that some have not moved yet. And I do think that as we do gear up for 2024 and how big 2024 will be, you need to be focused on the altcoins that are not really doing much. They're boring. Nobody really wants to hold them. They're getting frustrated. They might be jumping into other things that are moving. But currently speaking, like I said, in the 24-hour span, as altcoins are starting to break out in a big way and starting to move heavy, you need to be focused on these 3. Now let's talk about it. So first and foremost, Hedera. So the reason why I am mentioning Hedera is because when we look at what has happened in just the last year, and I'm talking about from now, going all the way back a year ago, Hedera has erupted in overall network activity, growth, the ecosystem, major updates every single damn day. There has been a big focus put on Hedera. This thing is still, in my opinion, extremely undervalued. I do believe that this will at least do a 10x in this next run. And I do think that Hbar is going to be a big winner, especially as we do start to see a lot more focus on utility. Also, outside of that, like I said, the ecosystem, you guys are more than welcome to go check out the ecosystem. They have Web3 applications, enterprise applications. They have a lot of tooling and things like that. You guys are more than welcome to go look at this. They have a ton of major players already tapped in. They're in the tokenization space. They're in the gaming space. They're in the AI space. I mean, they have every single category in crypto that has become a big trend, which I've been talking about on the channel for a while now, all under its umbrella. So focus on Hedera, and also the Hbar Foundation has been giving out funding for a lot of projects that are building out on Hedera as well. And some of the categories are up here. For an example, they do have gaming and esports. They have metaverse, things like that, that are a big focus from the retail side. But they also have a ton of other great opportunities as well. And the list goes on and on here. I mean, this is a big one. And this is additional ecosystem players. So focus on the ecosystem. Also, TVL. So TVL, when I do talk about Hedera, has been a big focus from my point of view because TVL is something that is extremely overlooked in this space. TVL on Hedera has become a focus because, one, we have over $6 million in stablecoins. We have over $4 million in 24-hour volume, and we are over $105 million in TVL. Now, the big driver of this is the decentralized exchange on Hedera, SaucerSwap. This is a game changer, especially in DeFi. Everyone is aware of how inefficient Uniswap is if you have been around for a while. Gas fees absolutely killing you. It's insane. Transaction times are slow. This is not even experienced at all on Hedera because with SaucerSwap, you are seeing almost near instant settlement times, extremely low cost fees, and it's the best fees out there in DeFi. And I do think that this is going to erupt in TVL value. Recently, back in 2023, we've seen this hitting over $160 million, which is kind of crazy to think about. Hedera has become a DeFi giant as well. Like I said, the ecosystem is erupting. The DeFi space on Hedera is erupting. All we have to wait for is the price to erupt as well. And this is the 2023 recap for Hedera as well. HTS, they're a Hedera token service, all-time high. HCS, the Hedera consensus service, all-time high. Hedera smart contract service, all-time high. Revenue up almost over 1,000%. Like I said, 2023 was an incredible year for Hedera. And also Davos, This is a big event. Everyone is aware of how big Davos is. I do believe that we are going to see Hbar probably launch a new GC. It would be in their best interest at Davos. And the GC right now, it's huge, right? They have some very large players on here: Google, IBM, Dell, DBS, Boeing. I mean, the list goes on and on. They even have Google on here, which, like, Google. Guys, do I even need to tell you how big Google is? But there's a ton of financial giants. ServiceNow, who services over, I think it's like 80% of the Fortune 500 companies. I mean, when we really look at the GC for Hbar, it is stacked. And I do think that they will be most likely announcing another one at Davos. Pay attention to Davos, January 15th through 19th. And talking about Davos, our next player, Cspr, will also be there hosting it. You need to be focused on Cspr. They are a key player in this space. And have become a dominant force within the layer 1 space. We look at the overall year chart here. In my opinion, Cspr is getting ready to break that recent high, going all the way back to roughly April of 2023, which is right around almost 6.5 cents. Once we do break this, I do personally see Cspr hitting 10 cents in the near short term, which right now, if it is under 5 cents, hey, guess what? That's a big move in the market in the short term. But also, this has a ton of listing opportunity. It's not on a lot of T1 exchanges, so I do believe that this will see a lot of major exchanges or exchange listings in this next cycle, probably Coinbase, Binance, you name it, which will definitely, cause the price to skyrocket a little bit more. Again, I don't really like chasing exchange listings for price action, but it is something to definitely take a note of. Now, also, in terms of Cspr, they have been moving heavy, and they are going to be co-hosting the Hub Davos. This is their own sort of event. This is going to be a big one, and there's a ton of players that will be there: IBM, Microsoft, UBS, you name it. Even Coinbase will be there, which again kind of hints at the idea of, like, why isn't Cspr already on Coinbase? But I do think that it will be very soon. Also, they have been expanding interoperability with over 110 plus blockchains through Rocket X. And this is just one of many partnerships that Cspr did announce back in 2023. They're also working with Actus that does service, I think, 98% of financial contracts. And that's a big move. We've talked about it. We've also broken it down on the channel many times. They're also working with, well, let me just get to that here in a second. We're going to talk about that here in a second because it's a big move. But also, GameSwift platform. If you guys are in the gaming space, you know that GameSwift has been absolutely killing it. And they are working with Cspr, and they're building together with Cspr. There's over 100 plus games already on the platform. I do think that they are going to be tapping in heavily with Cspr this year. Maybe, who knows, launching and developing some games on Cspr, which would be a big game changer, and it will also bring the retail flood to Cspr a little bit. But then last but not least, guys, we have Brave AI. So like I said, you need to focus on Brave AI. This is a huge move with IBM and Cspr. Really launching this is probably going to be in the spotlight everywhere. I've talked about the convergence of AI with blockchain-based technology. It is a perfect storm. AI needs blockchain. It needs it. And Brave AI, this is responsible AI. The benefits of AI will be harnessed through blockchain. And we even see generative AI is by far the most current popular application of AI and drives the majority of current and near-term AI use cases. Generative AI systems today are a black box when it comes to data. The non-deterministic approach relies on raking in a vast amount of inputs, synthesizing them, and spitting them out on the other side with no context as to why or how it reached a given conclusion. AI systems are consuming a massive and ever-growing amount of data and GPU. Training and re-parameterizing AI systems under the current system is not going to be sustainable for most organizations over the long run, as AI margins inevitably tighten. And again, this is crucial to mention because a lot of those organizations, enterprises, companies, large financial giants, they want to tap into hybrid blockchains that can help alleviate a lot of these pain points. And that is Cspr overall approach here with IBM. Focus on this. In my opinion, I think that this is a huge move. And like I said, IBM is an absolute giant in the technology space. They always are innovating and moving forward. IBM with Cspr, it's a match made in heaven. And also, this year we announced, and this goes back to 2023, a recap. By the way, Cspr 2.0 is on its way. I do believe that this is the year we start to see major moves towards Cspr 2.0. Cspr 2.0 is essentially Ethereum 3.0 before Ethereum 3.0 is even beginning. This year, we announced significant network upgrades, developer portal, dev rewards program, Cspr Punks, Cspr podcast, updated Cspr paper, 2 million blocks, over 10 plus integrations. 2023 was an absolute massive year for Cspr as well. Like I said, Cspr is an extremely undervalued and overlooked gem in my opinion. Definitely focus on Cspr going into 2024. And then also, Aleph Zero, A0. This one, in my opinion, is extremely undervalued for what it is. They have been moving heavy in the space. Privacy tokens, in my opinion, this year are also going to be a big focus. Aleph Zero has a less than $500 million market cap. Tokenomics are incredible. And if we look at the all-time chart, in my opinion, this is gearing up for another move above the the high from 2023. And then from there, we really target the all-time high, which is like right around roughly almost $3. Like I said, this thing did not have a proper bull run, just like Cspr actually. Cspr didn't have a proper bull run either. This had an ICO at a time where it was, again, the market was already kind of topped out, and then it never really returned. So now we are watching this thing for a new all-time high, or it to make a new all-time high and really kind of have a bull run. Aleph Zero is in the same exact spot. It launched at a rough time in the market after the market already topped out, didn't really experience a bull run, hit about roughly $3.07, and now we're just waiting for this to actually be broken. But so far, Aleph Zero has been absolutely killing it. The team has been absolutely killing it. The overall focus on socials has been very, very good as well, which we will talk about. But also, over 100 and almost 83,000 holders. Guys, this has grown massively. I remember when there was like roughly less than like 60,000 holders or something like that. It was a crazy statistic. It was back in like early 2022 when we were focused on that. But again, this is one that I think needs to be focused on. Inflation rate, it's about roughly 3%, which is pretty low compared to most tokens out there. Again, staked bonded 240.8 million out of 246.4 million. A lot of A0 is locked up. And like I said, the tokenomics for this thing are pretty low. With a 3% inflation rate on Aleph Zero, it's nowhere near most of those top 10 projects in the space, like ADA, for an example. So I don't think that 3% is going to matter at all, especially even in the short term. But also beyond that, when we go look at Aleph Zero's X account, their community has been growing massively, and it's been rapid growth. They are focused on everything that is becoming a big focus in this space as well. Gaming, DPIN, even some metaverse things, some gaming things, even AI as well. Focus on Aleph Zero. I really do think that this is one that has been overlooked for a very long time. We were talking about it very early on, and I feel as though a lot of people just did not care about it, Aleph Zero, but I do think that this is the year that changes. And if we even look at the overall blog report, guys, they've been putting out update after update after update, and it's been very crucial to watch these updates and listen into what they are doing, because they are moving pretty quickly within this space. And I do think that they could very well become a dominant force within the space. And also beyond that, the ecosystem. Guys, focus on the ecosystems. They have a ton of players tapped in on their ecosystem, over 8+ pages. And you can see on the left side the categories. We have DeFi, centralized exchanges, metaverse. Some of the big ones that, like I said, we have been focused on. Privacy. Privacy is extremely popular. But they also have gaming. They have a ton of other things as well on here. Focus on the players that are expanding rapidly in the space, but not seeing a lot of spotlight put on them. They also have a ton of events, by the way. We actually go over to the events tab. They have a ton of upcoming events. They have been very vocal about what they're planning around the space with their communities. They've been going around the world at these events, giving everyone an insight on what they have planned, what they are doing, and talking about what they have planned. They also do have a full-on roadmap. I think when we were talking about Aleph Zero, they were probably in like phase 3. Now they're already in phase 6. So they are building, and they're building pretty quickly. But I'm very excited for the future around Azero. And if you guys did want to look more into the community, here you guys have it. They have over 12,700 plus members in the Discord, over 14,000 plus members in the Telegram. They have over 170,000 almost. Well, no, I think that they, how many followers do they have? Yeah, almost 170,000. I thought it was almost 170,000. YouTube over 2,000 plus subscribers, Reddit over 2,300 plus subscribers, LinkedIn over 4,000 plus followers, Instagram over 2,000 plus followers, and GitHub over 200 followers. So the community has been growing rapidly around Azero. Definitely focus on the community. Community is crucial, especially for a lot of these projects. I've mentioned it, why community building during the bear market is a big deal. But like I said, this is a project that I feel as though does not get a spotlight. It really doesn't. And not a lot of people actually even talk about Azero. But this one with Cspr, with Hbar, I feel as though all three of these are great. Look into them, do your own research, find out which one you like the most. In terms of tokenomics, I think that Azero does have the best tokenomics. I feel as though this is going to be one that really does start to move heavy in this next run. Again, the retail flood is not back yet. Although we are seeing a lot of moves in the market, the retail sector is not back just yet. But I do think that we are starting to see it trickle in a little bit with mainstream media really hyping up Bitcoin ETFs. Mainstream media is going crazy all over the place with $1 million Bitcoin predictions, $100,000 Bitcoin predictions. It's not even 100,000. It's like 200,000, I think, the last time that I seen it. 500,000, 1 million. It's been crazy. So they are reeling in the retail flood yet again. I do think that that is where we start to see Bitcoin moving heavy to a new all-time high, money trickling down to Ethereum, and then from Ethereum into altcoins. And like I said, I think that Hbar, Cspr, and Azero are definitely going to be three major winners in this space. There's a ton of other great opportunities as well. Guys, check out my other videos on gems and stuff like that if you guys do want to find more gems. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on for some more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Peace out.